Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 29th. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com for more awesome astrologers and readers. But let's see what else we have going on for you this week. Oh, don't you know it? You have the four of spades as always, right? That's just gonna keep coming up for you, I think. But we will have to see in the future, right? But let's see here. Yeah, so you have this four spades again, as always, right? I mean, you've been having this card literally for like 2.5 years straight, or however long I've been reading on here for, and yeah, just a card of recovery, things recovering. Your next card too, Jack of Clubs, always getting a fire sign showing up in your readings too. Four spades, card of recovery, as I always say, mostly building things, on solid ground, basically, for you, Taurus. And you even have the Four of Hearts again. I think you had the Four of Hearts last week as well, or, one of the weeks. Four of Hearts, card of commitment. So kind of a repeating message, but maybe it's important for you, needing to commit to something, fully to kind of like make it happen, or needing to make new commitments as well at this time. That's probably going to be what's most important for you to move forward. Let's see. What else can I get off of this card? Great card for health, by the way. You have the Eight of Spades as well, which is not such a great card for health, but I think it does say, I think that the cards are saying actually, that there is some sort of recovery. There is like a recovery here for you at this time, which is nice, and things getting better, which, like I said, I definitely like to see. Next, Jack of Clubs. Like I say, you always have a clubs card coming in, which is interesting. And yeah, Jack of Clubs is a card of looking into the future, planning the future, thinking about the future. It's funny because it can be a card of like exercise, needing to exercise, or starting some sort of exercise routine. Same with that Four of Spades. Like I said, in the Eight of Spades as well. Eight of Spades to me is a warning. We'll talk about it in a minute. It's not a bad card necessarily. It's just like a warning card that says don't get injured. But so some of you could be starting some sort of new exercise routine and things like that with this card. And let's see, what else? I think that some of you are also, just judging by some of the other things that are down here, are just missing bits of information for things, especially if you're trying to start a business or something, like starting some sort of project, or starting something that could make you money. I just think you're missing a few pieces, so definitely put those pieces together before you get started. Next, Four of Hearts, like I said, card of commitment, making some sort of commitment. I think the message for Taurus has been that there needs to be a deeper commitment to something that you want to start. There needs to be something like there needs to be something much deeper, so that things can actually get started for you, so that things can come in. It's kind of like you have to go all in to something, and like let everything else go, and which can be difficult and hard to do. So that's one thing. Also a great card for travel, moving, thinking about moving, planning a move in the future, any of those things, doing things, like I said, changing even actually business as well, making business changes and making moves there. That could be good because that could represent promotions, like a promotion coming in because, you're like literally moving within the business. Or something along those lines. Next, you have the Seven of Hearts. On one hand, this card can represent doubts around love, doubts around relationships, or doubts around whether or not you'll be in a relationship if you're not in one and you want one. Having those kinds of thoughts. But it is a card that can also just represent like you being the missing piece here. Again, with that Four of Hearts, needing to make the commitment, towards making change, or towards doing something in your life. Also, another card for health and kind of like building up your health and doing things to improve your health at this time. Next, you have the Six of Clubs, card of success and growth and abundance. One of my favorite cards for sure. Definitely represents learning. Like I said, I do feel like with some of these cards here, Jack of Clubs, I do feel like some of you are missing some sort of piece to a puzzle this week. So make sure you have all of the details toward, to anything that you're doing, anything that you're about to start, because again, I think that will help you. Six of Clubs is about learning and learning something new. This card also says that I do think also, let me just say it, I do think that there could be a role reversal for some of you in your life. I think that some of you might take, more of a leadership role in your life, even if you're like married or something like that. There could be some major reversal where you just decide that you're going to take control of the relationship or something like that. I think it's a good thing for you. Six of Clubs can represent can represent that. What I just said, taking the lead, deciding that you're going to be the leader, or something along those lines. It's a card that says you are willing to take the challenges of that. It's like a card of saying you are willing to handle the burdens of being the leader, and maybe the person that's been the leader just hasn't been able to handle those burdens. Maybe some of you are doing this in business or even at work. Maybe you see a manager or something who just can't handle it, and you're like, I can handle that. I can handle all of those difficulties, but they can't. So very interesting message. Eight of Spades, like I said, if you are starting something new, if you are starting a new exercise routine or, starting a new diet, just make sure to take things slow and easy. This card's kind of like the devil in the tarot as well. It kind of says, don't overdo anything. No, don't overdo any drugs or alcohol this week. And, or also, again, exercises. It's a card of being injured, so definitely take care of yourself. And finally, you have the Two of Hearts, perfect match. Some of you could be meeting a perfect match this week, or some of you could be just matching up perfectly with something like a situation that is going to make you really happy at this time. So very interesting. Definitely should be an interesting week for you. Should be pretty exciting. Thank you for watching and enjoy your week.